Hey, it's Becca. Welcome to my channel where today's video may leave you wanting to shield your eyes. Over the years, a couple of you have asked me where I store our seasonal decor. And as I was downstairs looking at the bins, I thought, now might be a good time to share that with you, only because earlier this year, I took the time to purge and reorganize. And before it gets messy all over again for the holiday season, now might be the best time to have a look around. Let's head on down to the basement. Welcome to our rarely seen storage room where I store most of our seasonal decor. If you walk back this way, I tried to create a little room within a room by adding the metal shelves and cabinet here, just to help confine the space a little bit. I also have somewhat of a semi-wall of bins, once again making this a little cozy area for our decor. Starting over here, this cabinet used to be up in our sunroom. I was going to sell it, just retire it, but then I thought, this might be the perfect way to store ceramic or valuable pieces that would just tip over on the metal shelf. So I have our ceramic eggs and bunny stands and bowl. And then I tried to organize the bunnies by style and color. My little faux cake is out of place there, but I need to bring that out and do a little something with it for fall. And then in the cabinets, I have our larger felt bunnies that were too tall to store in the shelves. From there, we go over to the metal shelving unit. I have Halloween there, pumpkins. Those are the ones that nestle inside of or on top of each other, so you can create the little topiaries. More pumpkins. And as much as I wanted to keep everything in order as far as the holiday or season, I couldn't, just because I needed more room for my Valentine Day and Easter bins. They wouldn't fit in this one. So I had to kind of mix up the seasons a bit. And then we go down here. I have those beautiful ceramic Christmas trees. And then this bin has all of our nutcrackers. Then down below, that bin has all of our colored picks and branches, which then leads the way to this bin that has all of our neutral picks and branches. And this bin here has all of the textiles or pillow covers, throws, dish towels, tree skirts, etc. From there, we have our boxes of Christmas trees, but I do want to share with you one thing that we started doing last year. So while we have most of our trees in the boxes, just because they're easier to store that way, my husband ended up getting a couple of these large totes from Lowe's at the end of the season to put our larger trees in, and what a lifesaver that they are. All right, so now we're back on the other side and back to Halloween. We have our cute little jack-o'-lantern topiaries, and then we'll come up to the top of this shelf where I have our horses, reindeer, and carolers, and then all of our houses, the larger ones, more houses. These shelves are so great. They're nice and deep, and you can adjust the sizes of the shelves themselves. Glittery trees and glittery houses. And then hiding on the bottom shelf, we have our sleigh, disco ball ornaments, large bells, and more houses hiding back there in the corner. And then down on the ground, we have our larger reindeer. From there, we'll go up here where I tried to organize our ornaments by color. So I have my white, smaller ones and larger ones, silver ornaments and gold, solid red ornaments, and then red ornaments with designs or other colors. Same for the green. And then that little bin has all of our Santas. This little bin has our signs. I tried to organize them by holiday. I have my little ladder for my elves and the stars from IKEA. And then back to the ornaments. This one has all of our really fragile ones and sentimental. Here are the shiny brights that I can't wait to decorate with again this year. This bin has all of our little houses, whether they stand alone or they are ornaments. Here are the candy tree ornaments. This bin has all of the ornaments for our son's tree that he has in his gaming room. And this has the ornaments for my husband's tree that we usually do out in his man cave. He is a big fan of the Yankees and the Giants. This bin just has a variety of ornaments and decor, as well as this one. I have some Christmas books, my gingerbread figurines, and then coming down here, I have our Christmas ribbons and Christmas garland. Coming around this way, we have our nutcrackers, really large glittery house from last year, and my absolute favorite one that I was lucky enough to find at Home Goods last year as well. This bin has all of our Christmas garland, the regular kind, and our regular green picks, and then our wreaths, both the plain or regular plus the blocked. And then we have this beautiful nativity that my father-in-law made. This has our glittery or flocked picks and garland. And then Christmas pillows are stored away in this bin. And if I turn you slowly, these are the bins I'm getting ready to bring upstairs. We'll start at the bottom. I have neutral branches, colored branches, pillow covers, throws, and dish towels. Halloween ornaments that I would place on a Halloween tree, but I haven't done that one in a couple of years. All of our fall wreaths. And then this bin has our colorful picks. This one has more neutral. Here are the ornaments for our fall tree. And then this bin has all of our white and neutral pumpkins. And that one has our colorful pumpkins. And then when you come out of the storage room, you're in our rec room, which I don't really share a lot. But let me tell you, I have utilized every ounce of every cabinet down here for seasonal decor. For example, this cabinet has more houses that were either too fragile or I just ran out of room in the storage room bins. And then this side has most of our trees that are just too fragile or too tall to place inside of the regular storage bins. And then more items hiding away over here. This end cabinet has all things fall. So I will be emptying this and bringing it all upstairs in the coming days. We have little canisters, snow globes, angels, and nativity in this cabinet, along with jack-o'-lanterns. It's kind of a potpourri in here. And then this cabinet has fragile figurines, whether they are Santa or carolers. We have Mercury trees, and you guessed it, more houses. Okay, no judging. I have a few more houses and trees. Although the ones with the stars, this is a set, I think we found it at Costco. They are so pretty when they light up at night. They even have a timer. And then these trees match the ones in that first cabinet I shared with you. And I love the green Mercury. They really should be in another cabinet with the colored items or the other trees, but I ran out of room. And now I'll show you my little accessories room. But since we're down here, here is our son's gaming room. So when he is not at class or work, you can find him in here online with his buddies. So we will back up, turn to the left, and there is my little accessories room. This is where I hide mostly everyday stuff. We start in this little corner where I've got baskets, some of them hanging. I think I might bring those up for fall actually. And here I said everyday stuff, but I take that back. I have seasonal artwork here. And then everyday artwork here. My balloon print that I didn't even bring out this year. We've got lamps. A cabinet that used to be in our kitchen. I need to donate that. More baskets. Slowly turning you this way. Here is my mainly everyday greenery. I tried to divide it, so I've got my white and colored pieces in this left side. They are in laundry baskets, by the way. And then my greenery over on this side. And my smaller pieces down front. And this shelving unit holds our pillow covers. Once again, I tried to color coordinate them. My neutrals fading into color, and then these two stacks are more seasonal, you know, fall, Christmas. I have some pillow inserts here and some regular pillows. And then a lot of these are ones that don't have zippers. That's why I've held on to them instead of having the pillow covers. And the bottom shelf has our napkins, dish towels, and table runners. Up there we have lanterns and glass cloches, candlesticks and candle holders. I see our cute wheat ones that I need to bring up for fall, along with these really pretty ones. I found them at Hobby Lobby last year. Another Hobby Lobby find are these really cute vases. I think they'll be pretty for fall. Or, you know, they're great for every day as well. And then I have just regular glass pieces over there. We've got larger urns, little crocks, and my colored pitchers and containers and planters. This shelf could be organized a little bit better as far as color. And then the bottom shelf just has a potpourri of things, whether it's risers, a little stool, metal bread tin, and then I've got some copper hiding back there that I should go ahead and bring that or those pieces out as well. And then in front, taller lanterns and vases that just wouldn't fit on the shelves. Up there we have baskets and trays, which then leads to just little accessories, whether it is our coral. I might bring the apples up for fall. We've got the bookends, the little knots, the distressed ones. Those might work nicely for fall as well, although I've had those out during the summer. I've got my little pedestals, starting with the glass, the white, and then the brown. I love the one with the little beads around it. And then down here I've got our chargers, platters, and bowls. And then the bottom shelf, once again, just a potpourri of items, whether it's our faux fruit, orbs, or seashells that I need to put back on the shelf. And in between the two shelving units, I have our breadboards or cutting boards. Then I'll slowly turn you this way. I definitely need to bring the dough bowl up for fall. And then this piece, I snagged it from our son's hangout room when I redid that room last year for Christmas. It's pretty functional. So I've got our taller boats up here, and then this pitcher filled with the orchids. I need to bring the other orchids down and just keep them up here so they don't get damaged, you know, if I were to place them with the other greenery. And then I just tried to organize the little cubbies with our vases by style or color. And then I've got a couple boxes down here. And then that little box holds some faux greenery. So that's it. My little room of hopefully organized chaos. Although I will say the goal for this space, I think we're gonna have it finished next year. And then all of this stuff will go in the storage room. And then we'll turn this space into either a little workout room or a guest room. All right, my friends, that's it for today. I hope this video didn't scare you. It wasn't the most entertaining, but I appreciate your company. You know, maybe it made you feel better about how you organize your items. You might even have some great tips for me on how I can better organize our decor. If so, I'd love to have your feedback down below in the comment section. I'll be back Friday to kick off all things fall decorating and would love to have your company. I'd also love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.